Okay, welcome to the presentation. Today we're going to be covering NinjaTrader 8. I'm from DayTradeToWin, and this is a presentation that will show you how to download NinjaTrader, how to install it, how to use the charts, how to use the DOM, all the important features you'd want to know, whether you're coming from NinjaTrader 7 or if you're brand new to NinjaTrader. But before we begin, let's take a look at the disclaimer. As you should probably know, day trading is risky and will subject you to significant financial loss. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Hypothetical performance is not indicative of live trading results. Trading is not for everyone. Consult with a licensed broker and a financial advisor to see if trading is right for you. No representation is being made that you will achieve profit or loss using trading software, strategies, or other tools or knowledge. The information from this presentation is to be used at your own risk. Okay, so we have a fresh install of Windows 10 we're going to be working with today, and we're going to go through the process of getting NinjaTrader set up as though you're doing it for yourself. So how do you get NinjaTrader? Well, you have to go download it from the NinjaTrader website. So you would open up your internet browser and go to NinjaTrader.com. When visiting the site, you can see there's a box for your email address, so you'd be typing in your email right here. Then you would click the download button. By the way, if you guys have any questions, you can ask them. I might not be able to get to them until the end of the presentation. There will be a period at the end for any questions you have and, of course, answers. But back to the download here. So you would enter your email, click the download button. NinjaTrader will then download. Once it's done, you're going to want to open up your downloads folder. I've already downloaded the installer, so I can click on the download button right here. After you download NinjaTrader, you can see the setup program. Click the next button, accept the terms, and then designate a folder to install it to. In most cases, it will be this default directory right here of program files. Click next, and then click install. It's normal for Windows to ask your permission to complete the installation. In some cases, you might get an error about not having the .NET framework installed. If it's missing, let us know and we can help you. By the way, our support email is support@DayTradeToWin.com. You can also use the contact page at DayTradeToWin.com. So our website, DayTradeToWin.com, is right here. The contact page, and this is a good way to reach us right here. Also, a lot of what I'll be covering today is available in the free Get Started Trading Guide. To get a copy for yourself, type in your name, such as my name here, and then type in your email address, hit submit, then check your email. Remember to check your spam or junk folder just in case it doesn't arrive right away. You can see now that NinjaTrader 8 is done installing, so we're going to click on Finish. And now we have two different icons on the desktop here for Ninja 8. We've got the 64-bit and the 32-bit. It doesn't say 32-bit, but trust me, it is. Now, what is the difference? The 64-bit version can take advantage of more computer resources. So if you have a fairly new computer with over 4 gigabytes of RAM, then NinjaTrader 8 64-bit is probably the way to go. If you're using an older computer, you might not even see this icon. You might just see plain old NinjaTrader. In either case, both versions are going to behave pretty much the same way. The type of trading you're probably going to do at first will not require an advanced, fast computer. You can probably get by with what you have and just using whatever option you click on. I recommend 64-bit if it appears. So whenever you want to start up NinjaTrader, you simply double-click the icon here on your desktop. Remember, this is the first time we are starting up NinjaTrader, so the screens that will appear will look a little bit different compared to what it looks like when it's normally installed and running and you use it every day. So this is the first time we are seeing the option to connect a data feed. Now, what is a data feed? A data feed is what connects you to the markets. It's what lets you get live data on your charts. It's very important that you practice with live data. Other than that, you're just going to probably use the random data feed, the simulator, and that's not very good. We want you to practice with the data that's as close as you can get to real market conditions. So here at DayTradeToWin, we can help you get set up with that. Simply email us at support@DayTradeToWin.com and we'll give you a data feed. By the way, this is what a data feed looks like. It's simply a username and a password. We're going to be plugging this in here shortly. And again, our email is support@DayTradeToWin.com. I'm just pausing here. Is everyone doing okay in the room? And if you have any questions so far, just let me know. This will ask us for the data feed. I could simply copy and paste the data feed that's right here into the username and password box, but because this is the first time we're setting up Ninja, I'm going to skip this step. I prefer to set up data feeds manually. And the reason for that is when you set up a data feed using that screen, NinjaTrader might set it up so that it automatically connects to that data feed upon startup. And if you ever have a problem where that data feed is expired, when you go to log in, NinjaTrader might be slow to start and might hang. This way, when you set it up manually, you can choose not to have it start automatically connect, and it will give you more freedom. Okay, so this is the getting started window. We don't need to use this. You've got this presentation to watch today, and we're going to go through some of the basics, so we can ignore this. I recommend clicking Do Not Show again, and then clicking on Close. Okay, so this is the NinjaTrader Control Center. This is the main screen that you're going to use all the time to open new charts with, adjust your markets, your instruments, open workspaces, connect to data feeds, receive help, activate indicators, and so on. The first thing I recommend doing if you're setting up NinjaTrader is getting that data feed plugged in, because you really can't do a whole lot without a live data feed in terms of meaningful practice. So to do that, go to Connections and then go to Configure. You can see that there are a bunch of different providers here, but for this type of data feed, the one that we can assist you with, we're going to use the NinjaTrader Continuum connection, which is right here. So we're going to click on Add. You can see how the area here on the right becomes accessible. The default name is My NinjaTrader Continuum. That's fine. Here's that Connect on Startup option. Leave that unchecked. We don't want that. The username we're going to use is right here. So I'm copying it and pasting it. In case you're new to Windows or you simply don't know, a way to copy is to use the Control key and then hit C. So you're going to hold down Control and hit C once you have text highlighted, and that will give you the text on the clipboard, which you can then paste here via Control plus V. So this is copy, and this is paste. This will work through all different programs in Windows, word processors, web browsers, whatever you want. So we've got the username, and now let's get the password in place. So this particular data feed, by the way, will expire in 2 weeks' time. So if I get a message that says unspecified login error or something like that when I go to connect, I know that's probably time to renew a data feed or maybe open a live account, depending on my situation. One thing you want to make sure that you have checked is this demo box. This is a demo data feed. When you have an account with a broker, they'll give you a different set of connection information. Just to answer a question here from Jeff, yes, there will be a recording of this training and it will be on the blog. The data feed is pretty much set up at this point. All we need to do is click on OK. This is a normal message that appears. It's just giving you sort of like a disclaimer about order cancel, orders that might come up. So just click on OK to that, no big deal. Now to connect to that data feed, you'll go to Connections and then click on the name of the data feed. If you recall, it's My NinjaTrader Continuum. So click on that. Now look in the bottom left corner of this control center. It's now yellow because it's trying to connect to the data feed. Once it connects, it should turn green. You may have heard that sound as well, indicating that we're connected. So now we should be able to open up a chart and get live data. So if you're comparing NinjaTrader 8 to 7, you'll notice that there are a few menu changes. You'll just get used to where everything is. We're going to go over some basic things next, like opening up a chart, opening up a DOM. But it's important every time you open up NinjaTrader to connect to that data feed first. So every time you open up connections, click on the data feed that you set up. If you ever need to change your settings in the data feed, perhaps you have a new data feed that you want to apply, you would go to Configure, select the data feed that you have set up down here. You can see it's under the Configured heading. You don't need to use this. And then change out the username and the password to the new demo data feed that you have. Okay, so we're connected to the market. What's next? We need to actually open up a chart. So we're going to go do that by File, New Chart, or New Chart in NinjaTrader 8. Select the market that you want. Most of the time, it's good to use the E-mini market just because it's probably the most popular futures market. So if you go to Futures and click on ES 0617, you'll be provided with all of these settings that you can now configure. By the way, the data feed that we set up will only give you data for futures markets. If you want information on a Forex data feed, we can provide that to you. You can email us at support@DayTradeToWin.com. So this data feed is connected. We've got the chart settings up in front of us. Now, what type of chart are we going to set up? We can set up all these different chart types, but for beginners or for people using the methods at DayTradeToWin.com, you're probably going to be using a minute chart most of the time. You can also specify the value for the minute chart. If you want a 5-minute chart, you're going to simply specify the number 5 in this box. The other setting I recommend changing is the amount of days to load. You can specify a value for the amount of days to load. If you want to load up 14 days of history, type in 14. This will give you 2 weeks to scroll through. If you want 30 days, you can do that. I probably wouldn't go beyond 30 days or so, just because it can slow down NinjaTrader when it attempts to download all that data. So I typically use 14. After that, most of these settings you probably won't change too often. So you can simply click on OK, and then you'll have a new chart come up. And you can see that this chart is live because we have price moving right here on the right-hand side. You'll notice that my chart has a dark color. This is something new to NinjaTrader 8. Some people don't like the dark colored chart. So if you want to change that, I'll show you how. You can do that by going to Tools and then go to Options. There's a setting here called Skin. Slate gray is the default setting. You can see it's that gray color here on the chart. You can go darker if you want to. If you just want a light color, click on Light and then click on OK. Note that NinjaTrader will tell you to restart the platform in order for the skin to apply. So if I wanted to change my chart to white right now, I'd have to restart NinjaTrader. That's something I don't want to do right now. I'm fine and happy with the darker chart. So we're just going to leave this the way it is and click on Cancel. Okay, so back to the chart. We've got live data as we confirmed. Now there's a few things that we need to go over. So how do you navigate the chart? Well, you've got this scroll bar here on the bottom. You can go all the way back to 14 days ago based on that setting that we just changed. If you want to jump to the current market activity, in the upper right-hand corner, there's this looks like a play button. You click on that and it will jump right to the current candle that's plotting. These are all candles right here if you're new to trading. All the red and green boxes or bars as they're sometimes called. Another way to see more data or more candles at one time is to click and drag this bottom axis right here. This is the time axis, this horizontal one. So I'm clicking, holding, and dragging to the left. This will allow me to zoom in on the candles. No one would ever actually trade with a zoom this close probably. So in most cases, you'll want to leave it maybe about right here. If you want to get a better picture of the day so far, you might zoom out this way, this far. You can see here we've got 9 o'clock all the way to the current time, which is around 4:16 p.m. Eastern time. So we're looking at pretty much the whole trading day. You can also do the same thing with this vertical axis right here. By clicking and dragging up, you can stretch the bars out. You probably won't want to do that. In case you mess up your chart, there's a way to reset it though. Let's make this chart really messed up. You can see that I can't even see the candles at this point. So to fix this, I'm going to click the F button. That's F as in Frank in the upper right corner. We call that the focus button. So by clicking that, it brings the candles back into focus. So if you're ever in trouble, look for the F button and click on it. So that's basic chart navigation. There's a few adjustments to the chart that we like to make as well. First, we've got the crosshair. If you can see my mouse cursor, it's the same as in other Windows applications. We prefer to use the local crosshair instead of the cursor. This allows us to look exactly at the open and the close of a candle. That would be right here for this candle, the open and the close of this candle. And we can see on the right axis, the price axis, that it closed at 2,394. This also occurred, this candle plotted at 2:25 p.m. That's military time on the bottom, 14:25. So that's one quick way to gauge the candle times and prices accurately and quickly, is using this crosshair feature. Another useful tool is this chart trader. You can actually trade directly on your chart. We're going to get into placing orders in a little bit, but first just take a look at the interface here for chart trader. So this little icon up at the top, click on it and go to chart trader. On the right hand side of the chart, you can see a bunch of buttons fold out on this panel. You've got buy market, buy ask, buy bid. This is probably confusing if you're a new trader, but forget about what that means and just understand that you're looking at buttons that let you interact with the market. It's kind of like a remote control for your TV, only for the market, where you can place orders if you think the market will go up or you think the market will go down, and tell your broker how much you want to risk on each trade and so on. Typically, we don't use this to trade. We enable it and then we hide it. So we use chart trader hidden. There's a reason for that. That's because when you get into more advanced trading, when you're using the SuperDOM, we'll get into that in a minute, you want your orders to appear on the chart on the right hand side. All the information like your profit target and your stop loss will appear, but you have to enable chart trader for that. So as a reminder, enable it, but use chart trader hidden. Okay, a few other settings on the chart we're going to go over, but if you have any questions so far, just type them into the room. Up here, we've got the ability to switch to a different market. If we're tired of looking at the E-mini, we can switch to any other futures market here. Yes, there's a way to add more markets than this for futures. If you want to know more about that, just email us at support@DayTradeToWin.com. We can tell you how to use Instrument Manager. We probably won't have time for that today, but remind me in case you want to know later on. So we could switch and look at the 6E, for example, and it loads up the Euro market. 6E stands for Euro, ES stands for E-mini. This is what the Euro market is doing today. Now let's say if we wanted to look at a minute chart, we could switch from a 5-minute to a 1-minute chart, just like that. That's pretty easy to do. With NinjaTrader 7, you probably remember that you had to right-click the chart, go into Data Series, and then change the value here. It's certainly an option, but it's much easier to go up here at the top of the chart and select what you want. Let's go back to the E-mini market. You can see how NinjaTrader 8 remembers the markets that I've recently opened up. So let's just click E-mini right here. Okay, now let's say that we wanted to look at a bigger picture of the day. We wanted to see what price did over the course of maybe multiple days. If you select a day chart, you can see how the bottom axis is broken down into individual days. So one whole day, if it's an up or a down day, that will be represented in the candle. So for example, let's see, we have 5-9. This was yesterday. The market went down a bit for the day. It opened here and it closed here. So for today, it looks like we've gone up a little bit. So that's a daily chart, but most of the time you're going to be using a 5-minute chart. So let's switch back. All right, so that's how you toggle between the different time settings in the chart. There's one setting that I recommend turning on right away. If you notice that when I scroll through here, it's really difficult to determine which day is which. The days sort of bleed into one another. You'll have to look at the bottom and find midnight. It would be like 0, for example, or May 10th. That's kind of hard to see. There's a way to get the time on the upper left of the chart. If you go to right-click the chart and go to Properties, there's a setting somewhere in here. It's, let's see, Show Date Range. Click that, then click on OK, and then in the top left of the chart, you're going to see the day that you're actually looking at. So when I scroll back to yesterday, for example, May 9th, you can see 5/9 is represented here on the chart. So that's something I definitely recommend doing to every single chart you have opened. Now, this is a very basic plain chart. If you're going to be trading, you're going to look at this chart and probably not know what you're doing. You would be guessing, you'd be placing orders randomly. You might need some guidance. And that's what indicators strive to do. Indicators will indicate to you what you should do. They can be in the form of indicating levels of support or resistance, which means where the market is expected to react. Maybe it won't go past a certain level of resistance. Or if you have support, the market might continue in that direction. There are indicators for all of these things. And you can take a look at some of the indicators included with NinjaTrader by going to the indicators menu right here on the top of the chart. It's this little button right here. I prefer to right-click the chart and then go to indicators. This is a big list of all the indicators that are included. There are a couple that we at DayTradeToWin recommend applying right away. That is the ATR indicator. By the way, these are alphabetically listed, so they're easy to find. So double-click on ATR. This will add the ATR indicator. What is the ATR? It's the average true range. So this will measure the price of the last, let's say, 14 bars by default and plot a value. So using this tool, you can gauge how volatile the market is. Typically, we'll use an ATR period value of 4. So I'm changing this to 4 and then clicking Apply. So once I click Apply, you can see the ATR appears on the bottom of the chart. It's this green, bluish, squiggly line. We'll get back to that in a minute. So the other indicator in this big list of indicators is the bar timer. We recommend the bar timer because it gives us an indication of how much time is left until the current plotting candle closes. So with it enabled here, we'll show you exactly what it does. There's really nothing you have to change for this indicator. All these settings are good as they are. So I'm pretty satisfied with this configuration. I'm going to save these settings by clicking the OK button. All right. So by the way, if I had purchased an indicator from DayTradeToWin, for example, after installing it, I would find it here. We're going to actually go through the process of installing an indicator in just a moment, but know that purchased indicators will appear in this list after you import them. Okay. So we've got the ATR here at the bottom. This green value right here is the ATR value presently. So the market is always plotting a candle on the right-hand side of the chart if the market is open. On a 5-minute chart, it will take 5 minutes for a candle to complete its plotting. So each of these bars represents 5 minutes in time. This chart currently isn't showing this. Let me just double check on my data feed here, make sure that it's connected. Yes, it's probably just a temporary market thing. There would normally be a countdown in the bottom right-hand corner here indicating how much time we have left in the market. So if it's counting down from 5 minutes, we obviously have 5 minutes left. If you see 1 there, you've got maybe 1 minute left. So it's a good way to time yourself if your strategy depends on placing a trade at a certain time. But for now, the market's closed, so the bar timer is not showing me anything live right now. And that's why you're not seeing price move around. Okay, let's go over installing an indicator. On the DayTradeToWin website, we've got some free downloads. So let's go up to the software area. By the way, DayTradeToWin.com is the website. Type that in your browser. Go to the free downloads area on the software menu. We have the news indicator for NinjaTrader, and you can download it for Ninja 7 or Ninja 8. I'm going to install the NinjaTrader 8 version here momentarily. What is the news indicator? Well, it shows you news events on your chart, and that's important because news events can affect how the market behaves. If you have a really big news event that's about to come out, the market can get really volatile, and you might want to stay out. So the news indicator can prepare you for that activity. Keep in mind that it's only going to show you planned events, so if there's some major political event or some global catastrophe of some kind, you won't see that probably in the indicator. You're just going to see a jobless report or the head of the Fed speaking. Let's install the indicator. You download it from the website. It would download to your downloads folder in Windows. Remember, Control-J can bring you to your downloads easily. You can click Show in Folder, and that will put you right in your downloads folder. You can see that I've already downloaded the news indicator right here. So that makes it pretty easy to import. Now, importing indicators is actually tricky for a lot of people, but we can make it pretty simple just with a few steps here. So in the Windows operating system, a path is kind of like how you get to a file or a folder. So this is the path to my downloads folder. It's in C users admin downloads. Your path will probably be different. If you bought your computer and you typed in your name here, you'd probably have Bill or John or whatever instead of admin. So I'm going to need to give NinjaTrader this path to import this news indicator. So the quick way to do that is to click this area up here. Now I'm using Windows 10. Your Windows might be a little bit different, but generally your downloads would be in C users, your username for Windows, then downloads. If you open up an Explorer window, you can usually see the downloads area right here on the right-hand side, and that will put you right in the downloads folder. But what I recommend doing is clicking up here. It's automatically highlighted. We're going to do Control-C to copy. That means this path is copied to our clipboard. We can simply import the indicator by going to NinjaTrader's Control Center. Now, how do we get there? We don't see the Control Center anymore. We just see the chart. Well, down here in Windows, you've got the taskbar, this whole area on the bottom. In the taskbar, we've got this nice little icon here for NinjaTrader 8. So if we hover over this icon, we can select between the charts that we have open, the DOM windows, all the other nice things that NinjaTrader provides. But we're going to click on the Control Center. This brings up the Control Center. So it's now in front of our chart. We're going to drop down the chart so there's no confusion, and we want to look at one thing. So we're importing an indicator right now. So to import that indicator, we need to go to Tools, Import, NinjaScript Add-on. Why is it not called indicator? Well, because indicators are written in a language called NinjaScript, so the NinjaTrader people decided to call it a NinjaScript add-on. So click on NinjaScript add-on, and now we can click on the Downloads button right here, or we can use our handy shortcut. See, click on Downloads, it's right there. Let's go back to where we were. We can paste in the path. So Control-V, we'll paste the path, see users admin downloads, click on Open, that opens up the folder. Click on the indicator that you want to import, in this case the DayTradeToWin news indicator, then click on Open. This is a normal message that will appear. It's warning you that indicators can do bad things if it's a bad indicator. We don't have to worry about that, so click on OK. And then there should be a success message if everything goes okay. And there it is. So the indicator is now imported. Now at this point, we can go back to the chart and add the indicator to the chart. So to do that, remember, right-click, Indicators, double-click on the market, or sorry, not the market, the indicator that you want to import. This indicator is named DayTradeToWin News Indicator. So we're going to go to the D section. As a shortcut, I'm going to click on one of these and hit the D key. That will jump me right to the Ds. I'll scroll down a little bit more. Let's see. There it is, DTDW 8 News 4T. We try to name our indicators the same. So what you have downloaded is probably what you'll need to look for in that list. Okay, now let's double click on the indicator just like the other indicators, and it jumps down here, which means we can now configure it. So there's a few settings here that we can configure. Each indicator is different. Each indicator will do a different thing. So this indicator plots news events, therefore its settings or properties or parameters, whatever you want to call them, all this stuff right here will reflect that. You can configure the maximum number of news events that will appear to 15. We'll take a look at the indicator here first. Let's click on apply. All right. So we can change this to a smaller number. Let's say we only want 5 news events to appear because we don't want that much clutter on our chart. Okay, only 5 news events are now appearing. So it's really that simple using this indicator. You can customize the colors as well. There's a big list of colors here. Your individual color preferences might be different, or you might be using a white chart, and for your eyes, green might be too harsh or you can't see it. Change it to a darker color on this list. Set it up however you want to. There's not really too much else that you need to configure with this particular indicator. Really just the settings, the font size if you want it a little bit bigger, but that's pretty much it. So once you're happy with the indicator, click on OK. Now let's say that you actually are not satisfied with those settings. You can go back, Indicators, make your changes, and now let's say you're absolutely satisfied with these settings. To save all of the settings that you've configured, you can do that with a click of one button. You can see that there's some text here. It's very small. It says Preset in the bottom right-hand corner. Click on that, and then click on Save. This will save all of the indicator settings. So whenever you open a new chart in the future, you can load up that indicator, and NinjaTrader will remember that you want all of those settings to apply. Okay, so we've got the chart set up with an indicator, number of indicators, so this looks like a pretty good setup for now. So do we have any more questions here before we continue? Okay, so what happens if you've purchased one of our indicators and you want to install it in the platform? There's one additional step. So to license an indicator, you'll need to go to Help, Third-Party Licensing. This is where you're going to type DayTradeToWin, just like this. It's very important that you type it exactly as I've typed it here with a capital D, a capital T, another capital T, and a capital W. This step is allowing you to use the indicator. It's generating a specific license that you're going to give to us so that we can activate the license for you. So this would apply to some of our software like the Trade Scalper, the Atlas Line, the At the Open, and the indicators that are included with the 8-week mentorship program. So the user-defined ID, for us, we require that you type in your first name and last name. So if your name is John Smith, you would type that in here. One thing that's very important, get rid of the space between your first and last name. Then click on Submit. This will generate a machine ID or a license, and you will need to copy this. So highlight it with your mouse. There we go. Right-click, copy, and then go to your email program and then paste it in an email to us. Just to show you how that works, let's say that this was the email. Let's bring this up here. You can close this, by the way, after you have the licensing up. You would say, you paste in your license, and you would say, "Hi, DayTradeToWin. Here is my license for activation. Thank you, John Smith." And then you would click the send button. And then we would activate your license and then email you back letting you know that you're good to go. So that's how you activate an indicator. Okay, let's move on to a few other settings inside NinjaTrader. How to remove an indicator. Let's say that you want to just get rid of an indicator. You go to Tools, Remove NinjaScript Assembly, and then click on the indicator that you want gone, which would be this one here, for example, because it's the only one we have installed. That's a third-party indicator. Click on Remove, and then it would uninstall it. Okay, so let's open up a Dynamic SuperDOM. As mentioned before, you can place trades using the primitive chart trader. We like the SuperDOM because it has a few more features on it. So let's disable this for now, chart trader hidden, and open up a dynamic SuperDOM. So just go to New Dynamic SuperDOM. Okay, this is the SuperDOM window right here. Let's click on the market that we want to use, which would be the E-mini 0617. That's the current contract. And you can see we have the price in the center column. The yellow price is what the price is currently for the market. So if you go to the chart, these two values should line up. You should have price here showing at 2394.75. Again, 2395.75 here. So on the DOM, it's always yellow, the current price. On the right-hand side, you have the sell column. On the left-hand side, you have the buy column. We have a specific video that will go into detail showing you how to place orders. So if you want to know how to place orders, contact us, support@DayTradeToWin.com. We'll send you the video. If you just want to mess around with NinjaTrader for now and place some market orders, you can click the market order here on the left column, and this will place an order to buy the market, meaning that you expect the market to go up. And then we'll ask you, if you click on yes, you'll see that we are currently in a trade with the expectation that the market will go up. So market orders typically fill you instantly, meaning that you're directly in at the price that the market is trading at, and you're simply waiting for an opportune time to get out, hopefully at profit. So the market right now is rather slow. We're late in the day. We're going to close out this trade. So to close out a trade, I'm going to click on the close button right here, and this will exit the position. Okay, so I'm now out of the trade. Let's say that you're having some difficulty and you might have multiple orders and you can't close out of them. What do? Well, there's a way to flatten your position in the market. For now, just use the close button, and that will get you out of the position. On a regular basis, the futures markets will roll over. In NinjaTrader 7, it was kind of a pain because you had to manually roll over using a number of steps. With NinjaTrader 8, it's much more simple. You can roll over the chart or your charts with a couple of clicks. So to do that, go to Tools, then go to the Database Management area, and then click on the Rollover button. Why do you roll over your charts or your markets, your instruments? Because every so often you won't be able to trade the market that you're on. This market that I'm trading, this E-mini 0617, this contract will expire here next month. We're in May, so next month it will expire. And we'll have to switch to the new contract, which will be the September contract. So NinjaTrader will probably warn us that that it's time to roll over, and then we can go ahead and do that. If you want to know the specific rollover times, we have a nice blog here at DayTradeToWin.com. Go to the blog, and we post updates when the rollover will happen. So if you scroll down far enough, you'll see the rollover times in one of these blog posts. We've also got important things here like upcoming trading holidays when the market is expected to be closed, and so on. So back to rolling over a contract. As mentioned, Tools, Database Management, click Rollover, and then it will roll over all of your charts to the next period. NinjaTrader automatically knows the correct setting to use. Some markets differ. For example, the CL, the crude market, you'll probably want to roll over more often. So check with us on specifics on each of these markets. Let's say that you are not able to trade during the morning, or you've come back from work and you want to replay the market data as though it's live. NinjaTrader has a feature called Market Replay that lets you download market data and replay it back as though it's happening live. The steps to do that are a little bit different than in NinjaTrader 7. So with NinjaTrader 8, the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the Tools area and then go to Historical Data. In this Historical Data window, you'll need to click on Load. And then you'll need to click Get Market Replay Data. The first thing we're doing here is we're downloading the data so that we can play it back. So specify the date that you want to download. For example, if I want to download yesterday's date, it's automatically filled out here for me. Now let's click on the market that we want to download it for, the E-mini, and click on Download. You can see in the bottom right here it says Loading Data. It happened really quickly. That is an indication that the data is downloading. So now it's downloaded, and we can then connect to the market replay connection and replay that data. So let's close this out. Playback connection. In NinjaTrader 7, this market replay connection was simply called market replay. In Ninja 8, it's called playback connection. So you'll need to first disconnect from the data feed that you're connected to, and then connect to the playback connection. All right, now when we're connected, we can see the playback box, which is this window right here. This lets us control the market activity. Let's make sure that chart is visible. Okay. So let's say that we wanted to play back the market from a specific point in time, perhaps 9:30 Eastern Time. So you can click and drag the slider to that specific time. You can see how the time changes in the upper right corner of this playback window. So I've got it pretty close here, 9:29. Now the market, or the chart here, is like fast forwarding right now to that time. You can see how it's moving on its own. This will take a little bit of time if your computer's slower, but just give it a moment to do its thing. You can see how the playback button is grayed out, or this playback box is grayed out. Just wait until it's done doing that. Okay, so let's take a look at saving your settings on the chart. NinjaTrader allows you to save your chart settings and also to save all of your charts together collectively and define a specific configuration called a workspace. But let's say that we like having this chart up with the news indicator, the ATR, and the bar timer. We can save this setting by creating a template. So to do that, right-click the chart, go to Templates, and click on Save As. Specify a name for the template. For example, this is a common DayTradeToWin template, so we're going to use DayTradeToWin, abbreviated 5-minute ES. Then click on Save. Now this template is saved. If we open up a new chart, go to New Chart, click the market that we want. It defaults to a 1-minute chart, but that's fine. Let's go to 5 and click on OK. This chart is blank, but we can load up our template really quickly and get all those settings back. So to do that, right-click, Templates, Load. Click on the template that you want, click on Load, and there we have the 3 indicators that we just saved in the template. So it's that simple. So as you trade more and you add more indicators or just get the charts exactly how you like them, you can save your template by right-clicking, or save your chart by right-clicking, go to Templates, go to Save As, specifying a name, and clicking Save. Okay, what about all the charts and the DOM and saving all of this information? Let's say that when we come back to trading tomorrow, we want the DOM to appear, we want these 2 charts to appear. How do we do that? NinjaTrader lets you save a workspace. So your workspace is all the open windows that you have. To do that, go to Workspaces, go to New, and specify a name for this workspace. We'll call this one DayTradeToWin. Click on OK. And now we can save this workspace. The way I did this is I'm now configuring a new workspace, so I would need to open up those charts again. But you can save your workspace as you had it by going back to the default Untitled 1 workspace and going to Save or Save As. You can switch between multiple workspaces as well by clicking all the different ones that appear here. For example, the DayTradeToWin workspace is blank, so we now have nothing there. But if we go to Untitled 1, we can load up all those charts. So I'm satisfied with this workspace. We can save this as a new name. Let's save this over that DayTradeToWin one. See if it lets me. Okay. Yep, there it is, DayTradeToWin 1. And we can delete the other one here because it's no longer needed. So again, if you want to save your workspace, go to Workspaces, click Save As for the current workspace that you're on, and then it will save in this list here. Now let's close down NinjaTrader and see what happens when we try to open it again. So to close down NinjaTrader, click on the X in the upper right corner. It will ask you if you want to save your workspace. We already did that, so we can click on No. If we click on Yes, it's just going to save over it with whatever changes we've applied since we last saved it. We didn't really do anything, so it doesn't matter if we click Yes or No. So let's click on Yes. Okay, NinjaTrader is closed. So let's open up NinjaTrader by double-clicking the icon here. All right, you can click Yes if this message appears. It just means that there are charts that may be minimized or in other screens. If you have multiple screens, it'll bring them to the foreground. And you can see how NinjaTrader loaded up the indicator, or not the indicators, yes, the indicators and all the charts that we had previously configured as well as the dump. So the workspace we saved is working and was recalled correctly. So that is the basic operation of NinjaTrader. If you ever run into trouble, there's a few things that we recommend doing. If your charts aren't loading data properly, first you want to check if your data feed has expired. If your data feed is expired, you may need to ask for a new data feed. We can help you with that. Again, you can email us at support@daytradetowin.com or use the contact area right here. Another issue, if your charts do not load data or there's something really strange going on with NinjaTrader in general, sometimes you can resolve that through resetting your charts. And you can reset your charts by going to Tools and Database Management now. And there's two options here at the bottom. You've got Reset Database, Repair Database. You can try first repairing the database, and that might fix the issue. Or you can reset the entire database. But keep in mind, it's going to remove the historical trade data. So all of your practice trades that you've placed will be wiped out. So clicking on Reset and restarting NinjaTrader will resolve most errors that you have with the platform. But it's rare that that would occur. This is really just the last resort thing. And in most cases, we can help you fix your NinjaTrader problems by contacting us. We can also provide you with the contact information for NinjaTrader support if it's a really serious issue. Reset and repair are very useful for major issues in the platform. One other thing I should mention here, how to back up your NinjaTrader settings. You can export all of your settings by going to Tools, Export, and then click on Backup File. This will generate a file that contains all the things that you check off here. So if you want to back up your database, like all of your historical trades that you've placed, your configuration files, and so on, you check off everything that you want on this menu, then click on Export. This will show a window that will ask you where you want to save the export file. It's taking a minute to generate all that data. You can put this in any folder that you want to, maybe in your Documents folder, maybe on your desktop, maybe on a thumb drive for later use. Name it something like NinjaTrader Backup. It's probably good to leave the date there. Click on Save, and then you've got your settings saved in one single file. So if you have a new computer and you want to migrate your NinjaTrader to that new computer, that's certainly a good way to do that. On your new computer, you go to Tools, go to Import, go to Backup File, then you would select that backup file that we just generated, and then you can import things that way. You still might need to install your indicators and do your licensing and things like that, but your basic settings should be imported. One more thing that you should know while I think of it is how to track your performance. This is a little bit different in NinjaTrader 8. you can use the trade performance option right here by going to Tool, Trade Performance, and this will show the window for trade performance. If you recall earlier, I placed a random trade. It looks like it didn't work out too well where I lost $12.50. So all this is showing in this report. This is showing all the trades placed from May 3rd to May 10th. If you want to change your report, simply select a different date, go back in time if you need to. Select the probably the current day is what you want. Click on Generate. It will generate a report from that date to that date, and all these different things will be filled in. So this is a way to get an understanding if you're trading successfully. Keep in mind, though, that there are some differences between real-time sim trading and, of course, live trading. Go over those differences with you as well as your broker. So that's a useful feature. And one more thing that I just thought of. Another cool thing with NinjaTrader 8 is that you can have multiple charts here at the bottom. Instead of having a bunch of floating windows that occupy all your screen space, you can click this plus button down here, and it opens up the data series window, which lets you create a new chart as like a tab on the bottom. So you can switch between different markets if you want to, just by having a number of tabs on the bottom of your main chart. So you don't really ever need to have a separate chart floating around. And each chart you can load up different indicators on. So that's a great ability for NinjaTrader 8. I'm going to open up the room here for questions and answers. I think I covered everything. If there's something you think of that I should go over, let me know. If you have any questions, now's the time. So I'll be standing by here for a couple minutes, just taking any questions as they appear. We have a question about migrating from NinjaTrader 7. I personally have not tested to see if the migration is compatible. That means exporting from your backup file from NinjaTrader 7 and importing it into NinjaTrader 8. There were a number of changes to the way that NinjaTrader 8 is coded, so I would advise that you do not back up and import your settings that way. I think it's better to just do it brand new so that there's no corruption issues. Also, you're installing things into a new platform, so you could have some carryover for features that aren't present in NinjaTrader 8 or maybe renamed. So I would recommend against taking NinjaTrader 7 backups and putting them into NinjaTrader 8. If that answers your question, let me know. Okay, great. All right, I'm just leaving the room open here for a couple of other questions. Remember that a lot of the stuff that we cover today is covered in this Get Started Trading Guide. This is a PDF. It's emailed to you right after you submit this. So if it's not in your inbox, check your junk or your spam. This is what it looks like. We go back to the beginning. Recently updated. It's all for NinjaTrader 8. A lot of what we covered here. There's links. We give you links to the NinjaTrader video library, so if you want to know more about placing orders, for example, you can go ahead and do that. We explain how to understand how candles open and close, which is very helpful, and information about our products are inside the document. Again, that's a free Get Started Trading Guide here at DayTradeToWin.com. We've also got a number of helpful videos here on our videos page. Go to Trading Videos. Using the ABC pattern, trading the news, using the ATR, plus about 300 other videos listed chronologically, starting from the most recent, going back to ancient times. That's very helpful. All right, any more questions here while you have me? Oh yeah, there's one more thing I forgot. In case you need to download NinjaTrader, you might need to use a license key. This is the license key that NinjaTrader provides for simulated trading. So you can look at this license key right here. If you need to get it, email us at support@DayTradeToWin.com. We will provide it to you. This is something free that NinjaTrader provides. This is what will let you download NinjaTrader in some cases through their website. They require it, but I think when you opt in with your email, they'll let you download it directly, and they'll probably give you the same key. Thank you, everyone, for attending. And if you have any more questions, let us know.